let's talk about the worst way for you to promote your music. And what's even worse than that is I see so many rappers doing it, it's ridiculous.
You know that we coming liars. I'ma keep praying to Gaia. Tell those little niggas stop it. Tell my mama that I got this. You know that we coming liar.
What's going on? It's Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music in the Millions podcast, the show where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without waiting on a record label. We are getting dangerously close to episode 100 of the podcast. This is episode 99. I am super excited. On Wednesday, it will be the 100th episode. I'm actually still trying to figure out what I want to do special for that episode. So stay tuned. Make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday for that. But like I said in the intro, today we're going to be talking about the worst way to promote your music. And the fact that I see so many rappers doing it is honestly terrifying, because it's like you guys need to step your marketing game up. So if you guys stick around to the end of this video, you are going to have a leg up on all the other rappers, and you're going to know how to promote your new single, your upcoming tour date, or whatever it is you're trying to get some attention on. So the worst mistake that I see so many rappers making is that they share the same post over and over and over and over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day when you look at their timeline. It is freaking ridiculous. Like, they'll drop a single and you'll see the same picture of cover art with the same text, like, go check out my single on all streaming platforms now. They'll use the same hashtags, they'll tag the same people, they'll do all different types of things besides change the post itself. And now my problem with that is, it's okay to post that one time. Like, by all means, share the cover art, by all means, share a snippet of the music video, share whatever it is that you want to post, but remember, do not post the same thing over and over again. And this is why. If it doesn't connect well the first time, it's not going to connect well the second time, third time, fifth time, 17th time. Trust me, it's not going to work like that. So you're better off posting that type of content one time. I'll just keep using the example of the cover art of a single. You're better off posting that cover art one time with a really great caption, some really captivating hashtags, and just let that be what it is. And if it does really well, that's awesome. That does not mean share that post again. I'll tell you why in a second. But if that post doesn't connect right away, do not share it a second and third time, because people most likely saw it. It just didn't engage them. It just wasn't something they were interested in. So do not share that post again, because like I said, your timeline's going to look cluttered and boring and annoying. But on top of that, your content is just going to be really stale and weak. And now, even if that post does work, say this post takes off, a bunch of people share it, they like it, they comment on it, that's awesome. But now if you share it a second time and a third time and a fourth time, each time you share that post, you're going to notice the engagement just drops lower and lower and lower, because people are going to get sick of seeing the same thing over again. They may react to it one time because it's funny or because it's cool or interesting, but that second time it doesn't have that same flair, it doesn't have that same wow factor. It's just, oh, I already saw this, keep scrolling. And you don't want to get people in the habit of, when they see your post, they're just like, oh, I've seen this before, scroll. Oh, he did this already, scroll, scroll. Because then what happens is your engagement goes down, and then all the social media platforms are going to slap your engagement, and they're going to be like, I'm going to stop showing this guy's post to everybody because nobody gives a fuck about what he's posting. So don't fall into the habit of just sharing the same post over and over and over again. It's not going to work, even if it worked one time. Even just changing the caption or the hashtags can make a world of difference. So like, say you do want to share the cover art again. Now, I don't recommend doing it multiple days in a row, but maybe you shared the cover art one day, then you shared a snippet of the music video, then you shared, I don't know, a picture of you in the studio making the song. It's okay to share that cover art again, but use something different about it. Change the text that you put in the caption. Don't just copy and paste from that first post. Use all the same hashtags. Trust me, that is not going to raise that engagement anymore just because you waited a couple days. Change the caption. Say something different that has to do with the same song. Maybe on the last one you were like, the release date is, October 20th. Check it out. And then if you're getting closer to October 20th, you could be like 10 days away. Hopefully you guys are excited as I am. Just changing that caption now allows people who may have seen the post, they're going to see that caption and react a little bit differently. So if you say something funny, they may, send a laugh emoji or respond in a comment. Changing it up is really going to just allow that post to do so much better the next time you share it. And when you change the hashtags up, you're changing the people that are seeing it. So if you use like the hashtag new single every single time that you're dropping a post about your new song, that's going to get buried in the new single category, or people are going to see that once, and again, it's going to get stale and boring. Change your hashtags. Maybe it's a party song, so you can start looking for a bunch of clubs in your area and start to tag them, or like hashtag their names. Or maybe you talk about a famous brand in there like Gucci or Louis Vuitton or Remy Martin or something like that. You could hashtag that and then get a bit of that brand awareness coming to that post. But just start to get creative with the hashtags you're using, with the captions that you're using. Switch it up and see what works, because sometimes some things are going to work really well and other times they're just not going to work at all. And that may just be the people that are on the social media platform that day. It may be the way you worded something. It could be something's confusing. And honestly, until you know and you test your different captions and hashtags, you're not going to know what works well with your music and your brand. So experiment, experiment, experiment. And now when it comes to tagging people in your post, this is something that happens to me all the time as a producer, is I'll have random rappers who I don't even work with or talk to, they'll just tag me in their post because they know I do music, expecting me to like it, comment on it, share it. Well, first off, I just want to say to you guys, that is not a great way to get engagement, because if someone is not interested in your post and they're tagging you in it, that's actually going to hurt your engagement for tagging them, because Facebook, Instagram, all these apps that let you tag someone in your post, they're basing your engagement off of how many people you tag. So, for example, if you tag 100 people on your post and only 5 of the people that you tagged respond to it, comment on it, share it, Facebook is going to be like, this guy's post is not that cool because he tagged so many people and only 5 of these people really gave a fuck. So they're going to be like, no one wants to see this post, and they're going to bury it and going to make it get lost in the algorithm. So stop tagging shit ton of people. That's only hurting your engagement. The best way to go about it is if you know there's 5 to 10 hardcore fans that are, they always love your music, they always share it, or maybe it was 5 to 10 people involved in the song, maybe some musicians, some background singers, a featured artist, the engineer, producer. Tag those people in the song because they have a reason to want to share it and to engage with it because they were a part of creating it. So they're just as much responsible and encouraged to get that song out there and for it to do well. But just stop tagging random people. Trust me, it's not doing anything good for your career. And honestly, it annoys people. I get really annoyed personally when I get tagged in people who I'm like, I don't even know who this guy is. I don't know what this song is. I've never heard anything about it. I'm not going to go check it out. I normally skip right over those things. Hate to break it to you guys, but that is not a great way to market your music. And the cool part is, and this is actually something I just started doing myself, so I can't act like I'm a professional, I've been doing this for years, is when you take one piece of content and you break it down into mini content. So like say for example, a 3-minute music video can break down into like 20 different mini clips. People just got to think about how to use it. Like you could share the intro to the video right before the drop happens and then cut it and be like, video coming October 20th. Or you could share maybe your favorite scene from in the music video. Maybe there's like one of those cut scenes in the middle of the song where it goes to like an actual like trailer or dialogue part where people are talking and something's happening. Maybe you could show that clip. But by breaking down different parts of the music video or the piece of content, you're able to share that in so many different ways. And now, the one snippet that maybe has to do with like that little trailer part, that's going to attract a certain group of people. But then maybe the intro, because the beat is so hard and they're like anticipating how it's going to drop, that's going to attract a different type of people to check out the video. So when you start to take this video and chop it into micro-sized pieces, it's going to appeal to different people, and more people are going to be like, I keep seeing a little bit about this and a little bit about this and a little bit about this. Now I want to go see and check out the full 3-minute video because they're interested in it. They saw what the beginning looks like. They saw what the middle looks like. They heard a little snippet of the beat. So now they're like, I'm really curious. Like, what does this song sound like? What does the video look like? Am I going to like this thing? They're going to be much more likely to go check it out if you're giving them a bunch of different, resources and not resources. If you're giving them a bunch of different like mini trailers for them to get excited for it. If you just share the same clip over and over again, it's going to get really stale and boring, just like I was talking about. They're going to be like, I've seen this 50 times, fuck, skip this, scroll past. And you don't want that to happen to your music or your promotion content. But yeah, start to break down your music videos, start to break down behind the scenes videos. Start to just take as many videos as possible when you're creating or when you're doing something related to music that you can turn into content when it comes time to promote. That is a huge game changer. And lastly, just get creative with the way you promote your stuff. Like, you don't have to do the stuff that I talked about. You can do stuff that you find fun. I've seen authors, like when they're promoting their book, they will literally get on camera, hold the book up, and light it on fire. And while the book's just burning in their hand, they'll be talking about the book. Be like, if you don't get this book, your whole world's gonna go up in flames, da 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 da. Something that's eye-catching, something that's attention-grabbing. By them doing that, they're literally taking you and like grabbing your attention. They're like, look at this book. Even if you don't check it out, you're now interested. Like, what is this guy doing? Or I've seen people before where they're just standing up real close to the camera and they have like 2 bobbleheads here and they're just bobbing their head next to the 2 bobbleheads and they're talking while it's going. And it's like, that's not super crazy, but it's interesting. You're gonna stop scrolling and be like, what the fuck is going on? What is this guy doing? And then if he tells you about his new song coming out, or maybe his new tour date, and he's saying like, I'm gonna have your head bobbing when you listen to my music, that's engaging, that's creative, that's something that you don't see that's outside of the norm. That's gonna be like, why is this guy posting funny content like this? Or why is this guy posting creative content like this? I wanna see what he has to check out. Or I'm sorry, I wanna see what he has to show us. And lastly, once you get creative and everything like that, just if something is working, stick with it and double down, but always make variations of it. So like say you start to find that breaking down videos into mini content really works for you, do that all the time, but then do little snippets. Maybe try putting a meme caption on top of your video. Maybe do something that's going to be different from the last 5 that you put out. Keep doing something that works, but always add little variations in there to test new things, because even though something works great, there's always something out there that works better. So don't think once you have a good marketing strategy that you just stick with it for life, because even a strategy can get stale. So always be looking at what's working for other artists, always look at what's creative and new and exciting to you, and just apply it. And if something doesn't work, throw it away. Even if it's something you took 10 years to create, if it's something you took 10 minutes to create, if it doesn't work, stop doing it. It's only gonna hurt your engagement and hurt your promotion. You wanna do the things that are getting engagement, the comments, the likes, the shares, and that makes people interested in checking out you and your music. So, like I said, guys, if you wanna learn more about how to share your content, how to make great strategies for promoting, for marketing your music, and getting fans just super excited and hyped to check out your music, you guys need to hit the link down below or go to musicalmarketing.com, which is a literal step-by-step course that's gonna teach you how to market your music, network with other musicians, producers, DJs. It's gonna teach you how to navigate social media in such an easy way that it's gonna take all the headache and stress out of it. Trust me, it is a super awesome course. I put a lot of time and thought into it, a lot of years of research and me learning and messing up gone into this course. So check it out. The link is down below. Like I said, or you can go to musicalmarketing.com to grab that. It's gonna take your music to the next level. I have no doubt in my mind. With that being said, guys, I will see you on Wednesday for the 100th freaking episode. 100, triple digits, baby. Music in the Millions family. We just keep getting bigger. We've broke 100 subscribers on YouTube. We're just growing on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all these other places. So I'm super excited. I love the fact that this is growing. Thank you so much for always watching and being a part of the Music in the Millions family. Catch you guys on Wednesday for Big 100. Peace.